What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important topic regarding not only silver prices, not only silver demand and production, but the way of the world, the future of the world. It is crazy to think that silver is the most vital element that will either make or break the Green New Deal. We're talking about zero net emissions by the year 2040 or whatever. And we're talking about basically climate control, all that stuff, and silver being the reason that this might not happen. Silver is a key ingredient in solar panels, PV cells, photovoltaic cells requires silver. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, even light sensitivity. Silver, nothing performs like silver. We cannot replace silver. But here's the thing. There's already a silver shortage. We do not have enough silver for the entire world to go green, especially when you add in the element of electric vehicles, silver lithium ion batteries, 5G towers, and the many other things silver is needed and used for as we advance into this new digital technological era. There is not enough silver. So you see all these articles talking about why silver is going to soar to $50 and the Green New Deal won't have, but yeah. Have you ever thought about the aftermath? Everyone talks about silver is going to soar to $50 or $100 because the Green New Deal. But have you thought about the aftermath? Yeah, silver, we all get a nice pretty penny. But then what? We still have to reap the consequences of this. Joe Biden coming out saying that the Green New Deal has to be put on halt, which is already happening. Elon Musk saying that Tesla, think about this. It's much bigger than just us getting a pretty penny. I mean, when people figure out that silver is the reason that that global warming is essentially still going to be in full effect, that silver is the reason, what do you think is going to happen to the price? People think that since there's a silver shortage, silver is going to hit $50, $100, but when you really think about what's at stake, silver's real value will come out. It's real value. People don't play the tape fully through. Once they think about $100 silver, the tape stops. But what about afterwards? Where are they going to get the silver from? Is it mining innovation out of the ground, where there's only so much silver in the Earth's crust? Space mining? Is it kicking in our doors? I found a couple of articles that talk specifically about the Green New Deal and silver. I've never covered this on my channel before, where there's articles talking about the Green New Deal and silver. I've always covered one or the other. Yes, I've been talking about the Green New Deal and what that would do to silver prices, but I've never found specific articles talking about it themselves. I've always, integrated the Green New Deal and silver shortage, vice versa. So this is going to be extra interesting. Bank of America, very, very bullish on silver, called for $50, $100 silver in the next year or so. Saxo Bank, a couple other banks, and even Goldman Sachs, all very bullish on silver for these reasons. And me personally, I don't think silver's price is quote unquote going to explode, meaning triple digit silver, until the year 2024, 2025, when this is all in full effect, when people are going to realize that there isn't enough silver and the Green New Deal is not realistic. So anyways, hope you like this video. Please like the video. Please leave a comment. It would help the video astronomically. When there's viewer engagement, it definitely helps the video get recommended, and I do think that stackers need to see this video. So please help out the stacking community, like this video and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. So this first article, Biden's green stimulus would send silver soaring to $50, and that's from Bank of America. Already surging silver prices could get a big boost if former Vice President Joe Biden wins, and we already know that he did win the election, and that's from strategists at Bank of America saying that this would be bullish. Biden has championed portions of the climate plan, and that's zero net carbon emissions by the year 2050. And this is a switch to more renewable sources of energy, including solar, which would have a big part on silver, since silver is a key ingredient in solar panels. So investors help, but industrial demand ultimately moves the needle for investors or for silver prices, and that's exactly so. Everyone's going to be trying to get a slice of the silver pie, though, whether it's in the industrial sector or individual sector like you and I. Everyone everywhere is going to be wanting to get a slice of the silver pie. And they're talking about silver already surging 51% that year in 2020. And the annual silver demand, which is currently 2,285 tons, could increase by 87% to 4,272 tons in the next 15 years. Do you think we're going to have enough silver? There's already a shortage, and we're talking about demand increasing by 87%. If we already have a shortage, do you think that that is realistic? No, and we're talking about only in the next decade or so. Now, they believe the surge in demand would have the potential to push silver into a sustained deficit, which has last occurred between 2006 and 2011, and that resulted in silver reaching $50. So the strategists think the green stimulus could push silver over $35 an ounce next year, and that precious metals could take another run at $50 over the medium term. So silver prices reached an all-time high of $48.70 January 1980, and that was from the Hunt brothers, basically cornering the market, buying up to 2/3 of the planet's inventory. And yes, you heard that correctly. The Hunt brothers owned 2/3 of the entire world's physical silver. Just three brothers. And they definitely cornered the market. And you want to know why that's so important? If three brothers own 2/3 of the planet's inventory, that means that not many people had silver, but silver is a very important metal even in 1980. So what do you think they had to do? They couldn't allow that. Governments couldn't allow them to own that much silver, because then there literally wouldn't be enough silver for anything that is in back then even was used electronically. So they banned silver. They literally made a law on the spot, banned silver, silver rule 7, literally banned silver. You couldn't buy silver anywhere, not on the COMEX, nowhere. You were literally not allowed to. It was illegal to buy silver. You had to sell it, and you could only sell it to the government. You couldn't sell it to friends or local coin shops. You had to sell it to the government. A lot of people don't know that. But regardless, they needed silver, and they found a way to get it. And moving forward, if there's a silver shortage to this degree, do you think they're going to ban silver again, or make it illegal, or try to get it from us? Yes, that's very possible. So anyways, let's look at this other article. The administration's green dream is bullish for silver. And that's the green dream that bodes well for the future of silver. And that's talking about the transformation to renewable energy will gather pace as legislation limits the use of coal, oil, and gas, EV, solar panels. We already know all this, but I do want to get into to this down here. Here's the conclusion. The increase in demand from the auto and solar will squeeze supply point where the silver prices will spike higher levels before technological advances can reduce the reliance on silver. The pressure on prices is compounded by the demand for silver via other developments such as medical uses. And given that the above looks like the perfect storm, we remain bullish on silver. But do you see how none of these articles follow through? They all stop at, yeah, this is bullish for silver. What about playing the tape through farther? Since there won't be silver, think about what's going to happen then. Think about, yes, we get a pretty penny. Imagine Joe Biden coming out saying that there isn't going to be a Green New Deal because of this thing called silver. Imagine they're trying to make every automobile company by the year 2030 to go electric. By the time my daughter is is 15, 14, 15, her first car is gonna be electric. We're talking about in 9 years, 10 years, every single car is going to be electric. Every one. That's crazy to think about, but is that realistic with a already happening silver shortage? And I say triple digit silver by the year 2024 because that is really when everything's going to be in full effect, in my opinion, in a couple of years. We haven't even started yet. Things haven't even started yet. So if you're planning on selling your silver in the next, 2-3 years, you're going to be selling yourself short. And if you're someone that's looking at silver prices saying they're not doing anything and you're planning on selling because you think you made a mistake, you don't understand where silver's true potential lies, which is over the next decade or a couple decades. Because since silver is needed and we are advancing digitally in everything, we're talking about from now on, there's going to be a major supply deficit, and we're talking about that leading to premiums, which we're already seeing premiums. $22 spot price, but to buy an ounce of physical silver is $40+. I mean, that's insane. And the shortage is just getting started. I made a video showing the below ground supply of silver versus the above ground supply versus demand, and we will literally run out of silver by the year 2030. And that is when everything is going to be needed the most. So we are in a very bullish situation, but also scary situation. And that's because not only is silver's price going to go up, but this could mean a lot of other things and a lot of other factors and variables could come into play when we talk about the aftermath. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I would love to know what you think about this. What do you think about this? Do you think that they're accurate with saying $50 silver, but they didn't give a time frame? I'm sure their time frame was over the next year or two. I think they even said the next year or two. In my opinion, I would say $50 silver would happen in the next 2 years. If it did happen in the next year, and I'm talking about literally within the next 12 months, it would probably crash pretty hard. $50 silver should not happen within 1 year. It took 3 years from 2008 to 2011, which still led silver to crash. I wouldn't count the Hunt Brothers situation because it's kind of different. It's similar as Wall Street Silver's trying to corner the market to the Hunt Brothers, but the situation is still pretty different. 2008 to 2011 is more similar with credit, financial crisis, recession/depression, stimulus getting thrown out, even though it was billions back then. Now it's trillions. And then we also have a global situation, which is, the virus, and then also leading to the silver shortage. If that led silver to $50, from 2008 to 2011 in 3 years, imagine what it could do today. But I don't know what the time frame would be. Yes, this situation globally that we're talking about, the virus, sped things up times 10, but we still have to remember where silver it really has potential from, which is the shortage. The deficit of silver, and that's going to be mainly happening in the next couple of years. So hold your horses. I hope you're still buying it, because when most people buy it in the year 2026 or whatever, when silver is especially going to be noticed the most, when people realize that silver is the most important metal, not even metal, the most important asset or piece of tangible an object. Silver is the most important because it's literally determining the outcome of the earth. Then silver's true price will come out. Silver is literally the most important thing in the world. It literally is. When people say, oh, precious metals are just valuable because they're shiny, that is so wrong. We're talking about literally the entire world not going green because there isn't enough of this one thing called silver. So yeah, hold your horses. I hope you're buying, because when most people are buying, they're going to be looking at us thinking we're so lucky and that we're smart that we saw this before it was coming and before it happened, because most people will be jumping on board way after the fact. When silver's already exploded, they're going to be saying, you paid $22 for an ounce of silver? Wow, you're so lucky, because they're going to be paying triple digits. How high, who knows, but we've never been in a situation like this. So realistically, silver could really skyrocket. I'm talking about in 10 years from now, who knows where the price could be. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I'd love for you to participate. Please like the video. Please leave a comment. It helps the video get recommended. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, that's that. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.